Hi, and welcome to Headspace. So, no matter what's going on in your life right now, no matter how many thoughts are racing around your mind, no matter how the body's feeling, just take a moment to sit down and take a big, deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, a sense of taking in fresh air, the lungs expanding. As you breathe out, a sense of letting go of any stress in the body, in the mind, just feeling the muscles soften and relax. And close your eyes if you'd like to. One more. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just take a moment to pause. Allow the thoughts to come and go. And then just gently opening the eyes again.
Good morning, everyone! So this week, we're talking about how failure can actually lead to success.
I like this quote from Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. Really quite simple. All it is I can do all things. Christians believe that this part of the Bible means you can only fail if you stop trying. And lean on this truth. You can do this with the strength God gives you.
When I was little, I was obsessed by darts. In fact, when I was only 2-3 years old, I managed to work the VCR and record over my little brother's baby footage because I wanted to record the dart programme on the telly. Now, we have no footage of my brother as a baby, but we do have a lot of Eric Bristow, the dart player.
180!
But like anything you want to do, it takes practice. And you know what? It takes a lot of failure as well. Now, you can't just pick up some darts and throw it at the board and hope to hit the bullseye. Watch me.
Nope, nowhere near. Oh, I'm getting closer. Oh, that's the closest of... Oh, it's not quite bull.
I'm going to keep practicing and try and hit that bullseye. In the meantime, I'm going to share this video with you. It's about a butterfly.
This is a story called Austin's Butterfly. And it's a true story about a first grade boy, and his name is Austin, and he goes to school, or used to go to school, in a town called Boise, Idaho. And in his class in Boise, Idaho, they were studying butterflies, and he had to do a project. His job in first grade was to draw a butterfly, and this is the butterfly that he picked. Austin had to use this photograph as his model, and he had to draw an accurate scientific drawing of this butterfly. This is called a tiger swallowtail.
I knew it!
Can you tell, Toby, why it's called tiger?
Because it kind of has the stripes of the tiger right there.
Good. So, here was Austin's job. He was supposed to do a scientific drawing of that butterfly. But remember, Austin was only in first grade. And you know what he did? He forgot to look like a scientist carefully. He got his paper and he just started to draw the image of a butterfly that he had in his head. And he wasn't looking like a scientist, and so this is what he drew.
Whoa.
It's not bad, and it is a butterfly, but does it look exactly like this?
No.
No, it doesn't yet. It doesn't look exactly like this yet. Luckily, this wasn't a regular school where Austin went. It was an expeditionary learning school, just like Przumscott School. And so they didn't look at this and say, "Good, Austin, you're done." They said, "Austin, good start. Now we can start giving you critique so you can do a second draft and make it better, and a third draft and make it better, and you can make it much, much closer to this, and he was ready to go. All of the first graders in his critique group sat on the floor like you guys are, and they decided to split their advice into two kinds. First, just the shape of the wings. And then when the shape was right, they'd give him advice about the pattern inside the wings. Alia, what would you say?
You can make it much pointier.
Good. These wings could be much pointier. Who else would add something? Atak, what would you say?
How about the angle? Because, not to be mean about
Yes.
the angle, it's just not exact, so...
Okay, so show me. Come on up here, Atak. Show me what you would ask him to do slightly differently.
Like to make it a little longer,
Longer where? Draw where you would do it.
right there.
Okay, so pull this out longer.
Yeah.
That's very specific, Atak. Thank you. Jamila, what would you say?
It's like triangle.
Good. Jamila, I love that. So you're saying more like a triangle shape. And I agree. Well, you know what? Those first graders came up with most of those same ideas. And you know what Austin said? He said, okay, I'll go try. And he went back to his seat and he drew this.
Wow.
Does this look more like a triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he go out further, like Atak was suggesting?
Yeah.
Did he add some jaggedness here,
Yes.
like Cindy? Did he get rid of that bottom thing?
Yes.
So he did listen to his friends, and he made it better. It's not perfect. Toby, what would you say?
I'd say don't put those little tail things so pointed in. I'd say put them more pointed down.
Good. Okay, and Ethan, what would you say?
I think you should make the wings like this, not like this. Like
Okay, he listened to his friends, and they said, this is really a lot better, Austin. That second draft really is better.
Yeah, maybe you can make a third one.
Good. Maybe he could make a third draft. And so he did this draft.
That's his third draft.
That's his third draft, Hadley. That's just right. Elijah, what do you notice there?
Well, one wing's more pointed than the other, and that side is a little bit higher than the others.
Good. Coburn?
Right here, it doesn't have the inside thing still.
Ah, okay. Needs a little bit more of that notch. So, do you think maybe he should do a fourth draft?
Yeah.
Well, that's just what he said. He said, shoot, okay, I got round again. I'll go back and do a fourth draft.
Listen.
He listened. Does it look more even like Elijah was suggesting?
Yes.
Yeah, and does it look like it's coming out a little sharper, like Cindy was suggesting? And like Attack was saying, it's a little, the angle looks a little better. So now Austin was feeling really good. He said, am I ready to add some pattern? And they said, okay, why don't you try adding some of the pattern? And he did.
He's good at it. He is so good.
And then they said, Austin, you're ready for color.
Really?
Let's look at his last draft. And what do you think? Did it come out really good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually looks way.
Let me show you where he started, just to give you a quick reminder.
So where that first picture looks like it was pretty clearly done by a first grader, that last one is something that even Mrs. Roxer or Mrs. Reardon would have been proud to turn out. So, but it's still the same first grader, plus time, plus persistence, plus feedback and help from friends. So, hey, what do you need some time at? What do you need some persistence with? You too can go ahead and turn out some masterpieces.
That goes for anything. None of you were able to walk straight away. When you were babies learning how to walk, you didn't just get up and waddle in your nappy. You fell over a bunch of times. Before getting it right, of course.
Nobody gets things right first time. Every failure is a step to success. And that's true for anything we're trying to do. Whether it's drawing, story writing, a maths problem, or throwing darts. And for many people who have faith, they believe that you can only fail if you stop trying. And leaning on this truth, you can do this with the strength God gives you. Let's share a prayer together. And if you'd like this prayer to be your prayer, it's Amen at the end. You're welcome to look at the candle flame, or you can put your hands and your eyes together. Lord, help us to remember that failure are steps to success. Give us the strength to keep going, even when we find something hard. Because when we can finally do something, the feeling we get will be amazing. Amen. Yellow, what's this? Bullseye!
Well, that concludes our collective worship for today. Remember, work hard, be kind, look after yourselves, and remember, failure are steps to success. I'll see you around school. Get in.